Okay, so just a quick follow-up to my last video. Doubt. I'm talking about doubt. When you have doubt or doubts about something that whether it's your self-concept or something you're trying to manifest, some desired outcome, when you let doubt creep in, it can and will manifest in a variety of ways. It will come to you as people, you know. Neville Goddard tells the story about, the therapist who says, he could be shopping for a house and he gets some doubt. And that doubt manifests as a competing buyer with more money than him, who buys the house out from under him, leaving him out in the cold. That's how this works. So you need to control your mental diet and your thoughts and be positive looking, forward looking, and keep the doubts to a minimum, to a bare minimum. Don't go down that rabbit hole of doubt. Stop doubting every single little thing, over analyzing, grasping for, just I see people online do it all the time, constantly over analyzing and am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Am I, did I, when I was affirming, was I hopping up and down on one foot and patting my belly in just the right way? You know what I mean? It's silly, but that's what we do. That's what a lot of us do these days. Stop worrying about how other people do it, how things appear to be working for other people, but not for you. You go down that rabbit hole, you're just going to cause all kinds of mayhem in your 3D. And it's all coming for you because you're sowing those doubts and they manifest in situations and people that you don't want to experience. Neville said it all the time, and I'm going to repeat it and underscore it. Keep doubt at bay. Be positive, not negative. I know it's not always easy. It's not always easy. It takes some training, especially after a lifetime of doing exactly what you don't want to do. Old habits die hard sometimes, so it may take you a little while to get into the new groove. But you'll get there. You'll get there. As Neville says, work on that mental diet. Prune that, like pruning a tree, like pruning a fruit tree that's growing wild but not making any fruit. When you prune it and keep it trimmed, just like trimming the thoughts in your mind, trimming out doubt, then it starts to bear fruit. It's not always an overnight process, so have a little bit of patience here, you know? And, I get a kick out of I do get a few negative comments here and there. Some person came in and talked about third world people, and he assures me that they can't imagine their way out. Yeah, they do all the time. They do all the time, okay? I've got people coming from third world countries into my country by the boatload, right? By the carload, by the busload, by the truckload. They're finding their way into better places. Yeah, they're physically doing it, but it started with a thought. It started with a vision, and they took a chance. And the other thing, somebody else, she was wringing her hands over so-called racism. Like, she was upset over, she thinks that Abdullah, Neville's mentor, who was Ethiopian, a man of color, that he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Perhaps so, but sorry, gotta clear my throat. He didn't leave behind any writings, as far as anybody knows. As a matter of fact, all those pictures that you see on YouTube and everywhere else, where they show a guy they show a man of color, an African, uh, you know, African descended man, African man. Well, he was supposed to be Ethiopian, so he was African, with a turban on his head. That's not him. That's not. As far as we know, there's no pictures of the real Abdullah. Somebody puts that picture out there as like a placeholder or to symbolize Abdullah, and they put it opposite Neville. And people think that's Abdullah. That's not Abdullah. I don't know who that guy is, but he's not Abdullah. Abdullah trained Neville and Joseph Murphy. If you want another Neville type guy, go look up Joseph Murphy. He was also trained by Abdullah. So you've got two for the price of one here. You can. I love Neville, but look up Joseph Murphy too. He's also trained by the same guy, Abdullah. Neville referred to Abdullah as his friend. He lived with him for a while. Abdullah trained him, taught him. So, virtue signaling and wringing your hands over this or that or feeling bad. I mean, these people are all passed on from this time slice, this plane of existence. They've moved on. You don't need to feel bad over, I don't know, some imagined, what racism? Neville loved Abdullah. There's no racism. There's no racism in any of this philosophy. They totally tell you every man, woman, and child on this planet has God within them. No matter what their racial or ethnic or religious background is, whether they're aware of this or not, we're all from God. We're all brothers and sisters. So, if anything, this type of philosophy is a racism killer, right? It's a racism slayer. We're all brothers and sisters. So, stop. Stop that. You don't need to virtue signal, okay? That's so old manish. Old man meaning the old story. The old story, the way we thought things were. They're not that way. So I wanted to just speak on those two things and embrace the new, if this philosophy is new for you, because this really is a great equalizer and puts the power in everyone's hand, the power to their own life, power over their own life. You're not at the mercy of things. There is no out there. You're creating it all. We're all mutually creating our lives. So, doesn't matter what race or ethnicity or whatever you're living as in this particular life. And we've probably all lived many lives as different genders and different ethnicities, different races. All of that's just here. It's superficial. Who we really are, we're the same. So I hope this is well accepted by whoever gets it. Maybe it's needed by some, or whatever. So thank you for listening. If you hear some snoring in the background, it's my dogs. They're sleeping. So I will catch you in the next video. Thank you.